Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Kings Racing League Wobbly Arrow Podcast UMP Modifieds from Eldora. It is week number 4, and that means we have hit the halfway point on the season. That also means that tonight is a double point special here for the Dirt Kings Racing League, which means it's only going to ratchet up the intensity even more. They got about 2.5 minutes left to go in their practice session. Then they're going to go into qualifying. So while we wrap up this practice session, we're going to send it on down trackside for our pre-race ceremonies. And when we come back, we'll have the end of your qualifying session and get you ready for our double points heat races and rest of the night here for the Wobbly Arrow Podcast UMP Modifieds presented by SSS. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. Dom Santina here with you in the booth. Just getting ready for our Dirt Kings Wobbly Arrow Podcast, the UMP Modifieds presented by SSS qualifying session to get underway. As I mentioned in the open, double points night here at Eldora as we've hit the halfway point in their season. So each heat race, each LCQ, and the feature, of course, all going to be just a little bit more emphasis put on each race as we see Jarrett Murphy getting ready to take his qualifying lap. We've got Jimmy Nees and Chris Cox checking in on times. Cox is going to move down the list a little bit as we get a few more checked in, but Jimmy Nees has stayed at second quickest with 16.724. Hunter Parsons just jumped up to the top of the charts with a 16.676. As soon as we get there, we go. We got 10 up there, so we'll give you the top 10 as it goes for the minute. Can anyone knock off Hunter Parsons? Murphy comes in at sixth fastest at 16.914. We had about 30 some cars in the server. I think just over 30, about 32 or so is what I roughly counted. So we'll have a couple heat races, maybe a consolation or two, and then our feature. We will be taking 24 cars to our feature and take our top 2 from each heat race. Take 5 from the LCQ, so depending on numbers and stuff and how that plays out, that could adjust and change throughout the night, but standard through the first 3 weeks. That's how it's been going. Gene, thanks for checking in. Rob, doing pretty well tonight. How are you? Thanks for checking in and watching the Dirt Kings Racing League here on the Dirt Racing Network. Hunter Parsons still on top of the charts here. We're about halfway through. Let's see if we can get anybody else. Maybe William Hargreaves getting ready to go. There he is. Let's check him out as he takes his qualifying lap. 25 have taken time at the moment. Hunter Parsons still sits atop the charts. David Harden, thanks for checking in, rooting on Wolf Racing. Hargreaves' first lap came in at 19th quickest. Second lap comes in at 15th quickest at 16.925. It's going to do it. It looks like Hunter Parsons is going to take the quick time here in week number 4. Rob, night's going pretty well. At least it's off to a good start here with the Dirt Kings. Just wrapped up another series for the Dirt Slingers Racing League over there at about 8 Eastern is when we kicked off. Did some big blocks as a part of the Dirt Racing Network. That's one of our series that we own. Saw some good racing over there. Now jumping over here for some more dirt racing and hoping that this is just going to be as entertaining. Going to have 3 heat races. A couple consolation races are on schedule at the moment. We'll see how that plays out as we move on throughout the night. But for the moment, we're getting ready with heat race number 1. We're going to give you the grid for that heat race here in just a second. And here it is, starting on the front row for heat race number 1 on the pole position for Ryko Motorsports. Ryko butt kicker from Green Bay, Wisconsin, the 00 of Hunter Parsons, starting in second, the 16 of Jay Place. Row number 2, starting third for HRT Sim Racing, Checkers and Rockers from Rensselaer, Indiana, the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Starting fourth, the 91 of Felix Roy. Row number 3, starting fifth for Rowdy Energy from Green Island, Nebraska. That's going to be the 01 of Michael Blessing. Starting sixth, the 30 of Dustin Lehman. Row number 4, starting 7th for HRT Sim Racing, Checkers and Rockers from Menominee, Wisconsin. That's a 47 of Tim Christensen. Starting 8th for HFD Photography from Superior, Wisconsin. That's a 97 of Dalton DeRosa. Row number 5, starting 9th, will be the 80 of Brian Gunderson. Starting 10th for Skills VR and Fast Racing from Owensboro, Kentucky. That's a 13th of Brett Fair. And rounding out the field, starting 11th, the 15th of Scotty Grabansky. And green flag in the air at Eldora. Heat race number 1 underway here for the Dirt Kings Racing League Wobbly Arrow Podcast UMP Modifieds, presented by SSS. And that is a mouthful, and I know I keep repeating it, but want to make sure we get their sponsors in there for them. We are underway. Jay Place, Hunter Parsons battling it out for the heat race lead. As we come around to complete lap number 1 of 8. Parsons on the inside, Place on the outside. And then it's Felix Roy and Joshua Hessen, 3 and 4. We're going to roll with what we've been going with. So the top 2 would be our transfer cars. That would be Parsons in Place at the moment as they make their way around. Here comes a crossover move by Place to put himself on the inside line as they head down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Jay Place, now your race leader as they come around to complete 3 laps. 3 down, 5 to go. Here comes a slider by Parsons. Place going to cross over again. We got a car spinning sideways. That looks like Blessings or Lehman, possibly. Nope, that was Joshua Hessen that actually got turned around there in 1 and 2. Green flag going to stay in the air. Parsons now in the 2nd spot. Felix Roy in the 3rd spot. They're running identical paint schemes here, it looks like. Must be teammates. I don't think we had Felix Roy's information, so I'm definitely going to go with teammates because those are identical paint schemes on the 91 and the 0. 3 laps left to go. Jay Place out front ahead of Hunter Parsons. Felix Roy in 3rd. Michael Blessing now coming up through. That Rowdy Energy logo on the nose of that UMP. Bringing it up, trying to challenge for the 3rd spot over Felix Roy. Coming to the white flag this time. Here comes Jay Place out of 3 and 4. Got that 16 car figured out here early on. Hunter Parsons trying to keep pace. Can't do it in the final closing laps. Place going to bring it on through 3 and 4. Go to the top side. Parsons going to give it one more try. Not enough. Here comes Jay Place. He's going to take the win here in heat race number 1. Parsons comes across in second, Blessing third, Roy fourth, Lehman fifth, DeRosa sixth, Christensen seventh, Gunderson eighth, Hessen ninth, Grabansky 10th, and Fair in 11th. So Jay Place taking down your quick time award winner and Hunter Parsons in heat race number 1. We'll see what heat race number 2 has in store. They're getting ready to come out onto the racetrack. Let's give you the grid for heat race number 2, starting on the pole. For Wolf Racing, Wobbly Arrow Podcast from Cedar Point, Indiana. The 32 of Jimmy Nees, starting second. The 51 of Dixon Slinger. Row number 2, starting third for Taylor Farms from McBain, Michigan. 53 of Dan Hoekstra, starting fourth. For iRacing, iFlag, HRT Sim Racing from Rensselaer, Indiana. That's a 25 of Jarrett Murphy. Row number 3, starting fifth from Sycamore, Pennsylvania, the 222 of David Harden, starting sixth, the 515 of Chris Cox. Row number 4, starting seventh, the 4 of Jeffrey Burns, starting eighth for Wolf Racing, Wobbly Arrow Podcast from Kannapolis, North Carolina. That's a 642 of Gene Wolf. Row number 5, starting ninth, Brian Shands in the 5, starting 10th. For Wolf Racing, Wobbly Arrow Podcast from Peverly, Missouri, the 22 of Cody Shands. And that's going to round it out. 10 cars here in this heat race. So it's going to be Jimmy Nees and Dixon Slinger bringing us to the green flag here in heat race number 2. Base truck down and away. Heat race number 2 underway. Green flag in the air. And a big jump there for Jimmy Nees out front ahead of Dixon Slinger. Slinger into the wall in 1 or 2. Here comes Jarrett Murphy looking to the inside as well. Coming through 3 and 4. Still Jimmy Nees out front. Murphy, Slinger 2 and 3. And it's Dan Hoekstra in 4th, and Chris Cox rounds out your top 5. Slider coming here from Dixon Slinger back up to the 2nd position. Let's watch the 2nd and 3rd place battle. Here comes Jarrett Murphy. Dixon Slinger getting a run down the backstretch as they come into 3 and 4. Can Slinger hold Murphy off? I think Slinger had it at the line that time. 5 laps left to go. Dixon Slinger now able to pull a full car ahead of Jarrett Murphy down the backstretch through 3 and 4. Jimmy Nees trying to run away up front. So we hit the halfway point here in heat race number 2. Hoekstra holding on to the 4th spot over Cox in 5th. Front 3 have broke away though, and now Nees trying to break away from Murphy and Slinger as we come to 3 to go. Things settling down here up front. Kind of getting single file a little bit. Slinger able to pull about 3, maybe even 4 cars over Murphy now at the moment. He takes a big slider into 3 and 4, trying to reel in Jimmy Nees for the race lead. 2 to go this time. Slider line working. We'll see if Dixon Slinger can get up there. He's pulled way away from Jarrett Murphy, and now he is running down Jimmy Nees in 3 and 4. It's within half a car length now as they come out down the front stretch. White flag in the air. 1 lap left to go. Dixon Slinger has definitely reeled in Jimmy Nees. Can he make a run down the back stretch? Try to take the win here in 3 and 4. Here comes Dixon Slinger. Slider coming up the track. Crossover move. Jimmy Nees is going to take heat race number 2. Dixon Slinger comes across in 2nd. Jarrett Murphy in 3rd. Hoekstra in 4th. Cox 5th. Harden 6th, Burns 7th, Shands 8th, Wolf 9th, and Brian Shands runs out the field in 10th. So that started to get exciting there towards the end of that heat race. That's going to bring up our final heat race of the night. This is going to be heat race number 3. 31 cars, it looks like, in the server tonight. And here is your lineup for heat race number 3. Starting on the pole will be the 101 of Cole Henriksen. Starting second from Reform, Missouri, the 533 of Sean Powers. Row number 2, starting third, will be the 21 of Cody Nevin. Starting fourth, the 8 of Jesse Osborne. Row number 3, starting fifth, the 71 of William Hargreaves. Starting sixth, the 1 of Hannah Roy. Row number 4, starting seventh, 17 of Corey Molinax. Starting eighth, the 9 of Austin Howell. Rounding out the field, starting ninth for HRT Sim Racing, Checkers and Wreckers. From Batesville, Arkansas, the 81 of Wesley Gauntly. Starting 10th for Wolf Racing, Wobbly Arrow Podcast. From Festus, Missouri, will be the 62 of Derek Medley. Getting ready to go once again here for our final heat race of the night. I am going to go out there and say that there probably will be an LCQ. Don't know. Right now it's scheduled to have a DC and B main. Don't think we're probably going to run all 3 of those, but we'll at least probably have a B main, if not a C and B main. While we're at it, I see Heighten Magazine checking in as well. If you are on the chat and you want to follow more of the Dirt Racing Network or think that this is good action, you can go over to the Dirt Racing Network on Facebook, give it a like and subscribe as we go green here in heat race number 3 and help us grow our following. We've already hit 10,000 earlier this year. Let's continue to build upon that. We had a big show to celebrate 10,000. We're looking to already try to build towards 15, even 20,000. If we can continue to do that, I'm sure we'll put on more shows for that. Oh, we got contact on the front stretch. That's Cody Nevin and Sean Powers getting together, and that's going to take out half the field. You got, I think, Austin Howell in there, Jesse Osborne, and that is going to bring out our caution, and it's going to be our first time to thank our replay sponsor, WB Creative Designs, as we go back and look at this one. And it all started on the front stretch. Go into 3 and 4. Everything good here. Cody Nevin battling up there with William Hargreaves. Everything going good. Nevin gets together. Bam! Into the wall. There you go. Collects Sean Powers. The 8 cars involved. The 47 cars involved. I believe that's Austin Howell or maybe Corey Molinax. And looking for it here. I know Cody Nevin, Sean Powers, and Austin Howell probably. Jesse Osborne as well. I know I saw the 8 car in there, so quite a few cars involved. We'll jump back up. Looks like we only got 3 cars right now running up front. That is Cole Henriksen, William Hargreaves, and Hannah Roy able to make it through. Here comes the rest of the field catching back up. So Gauntly, Osborne. I don't know if Gauntly was actually involved in that or not. I didn't see his car in there, but I know I saw Osborne's. I don't know if Molinak's car was involved, not or either. We'll take a look. Yeah, there's definitely some damage to the 8 car. 17 car, there might, yeah, that right. No, maybe not. I was thinking maybe that right quarter panel might be a little banged up, but it might not be. I know Sean Powers definitely took some damage. Cody Nevin definitely took some damage. I think Austin Howell did. Derek Medley is currently 4 laps down at the moment. I don't even know if he started. We're about ready to go green flag racing once again. 4 laps left to go. Cautions do count during the heat races and LCQs. They will not count for the feature. Green flag back in the air once again. And it's out front Cole Henriksen, your race leader. William Hargreaves in there. Here comes Wesley Gauntly as well. He's going to make contact with the 1 of Hannah Roy. They're going to get into the wall. That's going to slow things up. Hannah Roy going to be able to keep her position, but Wesley Gauntly going to fall through the field. He's going to have some trouble here. He's back to about the 8th, 9th position now. Coming to the white flag. Here comes Cole Henriksen and William Hargreaves. They're going to battle it out for the race lead. White flag in the air. Hargreaves going to look to the inside here. Look at that. Here comes the 5 back. And Sean Powers looking for a top 5 finish. To the white flag, and Hargreaves steal the win. He's on the low line trying to get around Henriksen, and Henriksen is going to take the win. Hargreaves comes across in 2nd, Roy 3rd. Corey Molinax 4th, Sean Powers 5th, Gauntly 6th, Howell 7th, Osborne 8th, Nevin. And that rounds it out. Let's look and see what we got on track. We are going to have a C main. We're going to get ready to grid out here in a minute. As I was saying, as we get ready for this C main to come out onto the racetrack, go to the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page, like, subscribe, and you'll get notified every time we go live. It's pretty often now, as we got about 12 shows I think we're doing right now. We're still waiting on one more to start up, but 12 shows that we're doing a week with different series, some of our own series, some like the Dirt Kings we have on Sunday and Wednesday nights. We have School of Sim Racing, a couple of their series as well. We just started the Winter Nationals, the General Tire Winter Nationals on Monday night. Roger's got that one over there. So we got a lot going on. So if you want to check us out more, of course, go visit the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page. Like, subscribe, share with friends, continue to build this fan base that we have. And hopefully, once we hit another big target for followers, we'll have another big show. Bring everybody back in and have a good time. So we're getting ready for our C main. Let's give you the grid. Starting on the front row will be Michael Blessing and Hannah Roy. Starting row 2, starting 3rd, Dan Hoekstra. Starting 4th, Dalton DeRosa. Row number 3, starting 5th, Sean Powers. Starting 6th, David Harden. Row number 4, starting 7th, Brian Gunderson. Starting 8th, Austin Howell. Row number 5, starting 9th, Cody Shan. Starting 10th, Scott Grabansky. Row number 11, Cody Nevin. Row number 6, starting 11th, Cody Nevin. 12th, Brian Shans. That'll do it. And we are getting ready to go here with our C main. It's going to be Michael Blessing. Hannah Roy going to lead us to the green flag, and we are underway. I think it's going to be 12 laps. Yep, there it is. 12 laps here for our C main. Top 5 going to go to the feature. Out front already, it is Michael Blessing. Hannah Roy in the 2nd spot. Dalton DeRosa holding on to that 3rd spot. Dan Hoekstra in 4th. And Sean Powers in 5th. Powers the one getting together in that last heat race, having some trouble. Hoekstra looking to the inside for the 3rd spot on DeRosa here. Trying to push that 097 car up. Good battle for that 3rd and 4th spot. Oh, looks like Hannah Roy's got trouble. Into the wall, entering 3. That's going to push her back to 5th spot, possibly. Holding on to a final transfer spot at the moment right now. Battling for 4th and 5th was Sean Powers. Roy looking to the outside now. Powers, they almost make contact. Dalton DeRosa, Dan Hoekstra battling it out here, though. Looks like DeRosa's able to pull away from Hoekstra at the time being and pull away in a big fashion now. Hoekstra falling from that battle in the 3rd place spot, and Powers able to close in the gap a little bit. Still Michael Blessing out front. Coming to the halfway point here in the C main. Let's take a look at this 3rd and 4th battle now. between Hoekstra and Powers, and it looks like Powers has been able to use that top line to go around Dan Hoekstra for the moment. Anna Roy still holding on to that 4th or 5th place spot. Hoekstra now in 4th. Things kind of settling out here as we close in on 4 to go. Let's check on Hannah Roy, your final transfer car at the minute. Cody Shands, David Harden in 6th and 7th. 3 to go this time by. Let's see, it looks like Cody Shands is getting a run on the top side, going to try to come down. And that's Cody Nevin. It's not showing me on timing and scoring, but that's definitely the 21 car of Cody Nevin coming, trying to chase down Hannah Roy's. We got 2 laps left to go. Michael Blessing out front ahead of Dalton DeRosa, and there's a battle now for Sean Powers and Dalton DeRosa for the 2nd and 3rd spot. And Hoekstra holding on to that 4th spot. White flag in the air. Looks like Powers has got around DeRosa for the time being. Here comes Michael Blessing out of 3 and 4. He's going to take the C-Main win. Powers, DeRosa, Hoekstra, and Hannah Roy going to transfer to the feature. We get set for our B main. Shands, Harden, Nevin, Howell, Gunderson, and the rest all going to have their night's end. That's going to bring up your B main on the racetrack. Dirt Kings do things a little bit different here on the circuit. Sometimes you'll see the top 4 from the C main transfer to the back of the B main. Nope, they take the top 5 from each LCQ, send them directly to the feature. So those 5 will see us in a little bit. We're going to get ready for our B main and look to send 5 more straight to the show. Starting on the pole, the 25 of Jarrett Murphy. Starting second, the 30 of Dustin Lehman. Row number 2, starting 3rd, the 17 of Corey Molinak. Starting 4th, the 515 of Chris Cox. Row number 3, starting 5th, the 47 of Tim Christensen. Starting 6th, the 81 of Wesley Gauntlet. Row number 4, starting 7th, Jeffrey Burns. Starting 8th, the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Row number 5, starting 9th, the 8 of Jesse Osborne. Starting 10th, the 642 of Gene Wolf. Row number 6, starting 11th, the 91 of Felix Roy. Starting 12th, the 62 of Derek Medley. And row number 7, starting 13th, the 13 of Brent Fair. That's going to round it out here. Getting ready to go once again. 12 laps. Usually it's a 14 laps B main. This time it's going to be a 12 lap B main. It's going to be Jarrett Murphy and Dustin Lehman bringing us to the green flag. Green flag in the air. Here we go. B main underway. 5 more cars looking to get a direct transfer to the feature. And it's Jarrett Murphy out front ahead of Dustin Lehman and Corey Molinax. Lehman and Murphy able to pull away here on lap number 1. Lehman looking to the inside of Murphy as they come off of 3 and 4. Look at that, almost 4 wide behind him. Let's go look at it. It's Molinax, Christensen, Gauntlet, and Cox battling it out. They know this is their last chance to get into the feature. Got to be in that top 5, and we're going to watch back here because it's getting intense. Double points too, so if you miss out on the feature this week, it could really be a huge hit to your championship hopes. Right now, it's Christensen and Molinax battling for 3rd and 4th, and Gauntlet has the 5th place spot. Here comes Hessen looking to try to take that away from him as well. Top two have broke away. This is third, fourth, and fifth we're looking at. Gauntly going to the top side here, trying to make something work. Going to pull up right on the bank of Christensen there in the 17. That's Molinex in the 17, Christensen in the 47. Here comes Hessen in the 118 as well. Still trying to learn these guys. We have two cars running their numbers with a 7 at the end. Might get them mixed up from time to time, but it is Molinex now pulling up into the third spot. Hessen looking to try to take the fourth spot away from Christensen as they come off the top side. Here comes Joshua Hessen. He's going to cross over, look to the inside of Molinex, trying to take the third spot now as we're closing in on 5 to go. Joshua Hessen has got that car marching towards the front, up to the third spot. Now Molinex sitting in the fourth spot and Christensen sitting in the final transfer spot. Gauntly on the outside looking in now. Here comes Felix Roy in the 91 as well. Christensen and Molinex now under attack, and Gauntly has just been blown by like he's standing still back there. As Felix Roy now into the 4th spot, that puts Molinex in the final transfer spot. Christensen in the outside looking in with Gauntly now as they're battling for 6th and 7th. Roy and Hessen battling for 3rd and 4th now. And they're closing in on Dustin Lehman. They might have something figured out here for the feature. These cars driving through the field and catching our leaders pretty quickly. 2 to go this time by. Here comes Joshua Hessen on Lehman. Jarrett Murphy's pulled out by almost 2 seconds, or a 2 3/4 on Lehman. Here comes Hessen to the top side. Roy's coming right with him. They're going to go down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Here they come. Lehman under attack. Hot and heavy all of a sudden. White flag in the air. Jarrett Murphy. Smooth sailing to the feature for half a lap more, but Lehman just got blown by Joshua Hessen and Felix Roy. Here comes Jarrett Murphy. He's going to take the B main win. Hessen and Roy going to come across in 2nd and 3rd. Lehman going to sneak in there for 4th, and Wesley Gauntly is going to come around and get that 5th place position. That happened while we were looking up there at Hessen and Roy coming up past Lehman. That's going to set us up for a warm-up session. While they do that, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we will have your feature on the racetrack. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Kings Wobbly Arrow podcast. UMP Modifieds from Eldora, double points feature tonight, double points week in general. It's going to make it interesting as we hit feature time. Austin Howell, thanks for correcting me there. 9 to the feature from both LCQs. Just going off of what I've had from previous weeks, so I appreciate the help. I will not be able to update who transferred those extra positions out of the LCQ, but when we go through the grid, we will find out for sure. It's going to set up a field of 24 cars regardless. And as you can see, there's some chaos on track as everybody's wiping out. Coming into 3 and 4, a bunch of cars piled up during the warm-up session. Brandon, thanks for checking in. I love broadcasting these races when they decide to come to the Dirt Racing Network. Dirt King has joined us at the beginning of the year. And glad to see you checking in from Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania. It's probably my second favorite state. Got a lot of family over there. In the Pittsburgh area. Love going to Pittsburgh. So, if you love what you're watching here on the Dirt Racing Network, you can come check us out tomorrow night. We wrap up the week, actually, at 8 Eastern with our 410 Outlaw feature presented by Wicked Energy Gum. Then we'll be back on Sunday afternoon. Roger has 4 shows on Sunday. He's got NDRA starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. I think they've gone to street stocks or UMPs possibly. I don't remember exactly. I know they changed up the series that they had from the start of the year. And then at 5 Eastern, they go to small block 358 modifieds. And he's got the Hales Corner Hales Corner Speedway Series at 8 Eastern. The street stocks, 9 Eastern, is late models. On Sunday nights, I'm here also, usually on Facebook Live at 9 Eastern with the 358 small block modifieds here for the Dirt Kings. Mondays, 8 Eastern, we have our 360 winged sprint cars. Tim's Dirt Track Simulators feature. And then it's our Monday Thunder series. And then we had just started last Monday night. Rogers got the General Tire Winter Nationals at 9:30, big block modifieds. And then we normally on Tuesday nights have the SSR 410 Winged Sprint Car All-Star Series. And then on Wednesday nights, we usually have a triple feature. Tonight, just a double feature. We'll start it at 8 Eastern with our Dirt Slingers Racing League UMP / Big Block Modifieds on the racetrack. This week it was big blocks, and they put on quite a show at Lima Land. And then at 9:30, Roger and I are usually doing dual broadcasts. He has School of Sim Racing big blocks, and I have Dirt King's UMP Modifieds, and that's a look into the Dirt Racing Network's weekly schedule. So if any of those interest you, please come out and tune in. Check out our other series, other broadcasts that we do. Maybe go check out one of Roger's broadcasts or come check out one of mine. I appreciate all the people tuning in and watching the broadcast here tonight. While we get ready to grid out for our feature, I do want to tell you that you can take your dirt sim racing to the next level by joining the best sim racing community online today. At the School of Sim Racing, you can learn to drive and set up your car like a pro with a ton of free trainings and free setups for sprint cars, late models, midgets, and more. It's a perfect place to get your dirt sim racing on the right track. Visit schoolofsimracing.net to learn more today. And that'll set us up here for the feature. How about this? We're going to go 50 laps at Eldora. This could be a lengthy one. We'll see how this plays out. Nelson already sore from all the broadcasting tonight. It's been a pretty good couple of heat races and LCQs that we've had. Now we're going to get set for our feature. Let's go down there trackside and see if they're getting ready to grid out. There they are. Let's give you the grid. Here is the starting lineup for the Dirt Kings Wobbly Arrow podcast. UMP Modifieds presented by SSS. It'll look like this. Starting on the front row will be Jay Place, your pole sitter, Jimmy Nees, starting second. Row number 2. Starting third, Cole Henriksen. Starting fourth, Hunter Parsons. Row number 3. Starting 5th, Dixon Slinger. Starting 6th, William Hargreaves. Row number 4, starting 7th, Michael Blessing. Starting 8th, Jarrett Murphy. Row number 5, starting 9th, Sean Powers. Starting 10th, Joshua Hessen. Row number 6, starting 11th, Dalton DeRosa. Starting 12th, Felix Roy. Row number 7. Starting 13th, Dan Hoekstra. Starting 14th, Dustin Lehman. Row number 8, starting 15th, Hannah Roy. Starting 16th, Wesley Gauntly. Row number 9, starting 17th, Cody Shane. Starting 18th, Corey Molinax. Row number 10, starting 19th, David Harden. Starting 20th, Tim Christensen. Row number 11, Cody Nevin and Chris Cox. And row number 12, Austin Howell and Gene Wolf. Green flag in the air. Wobbly Arrow Podcast, UMP Modifieds presented by SSS underway. 4 wide for second, third, fourth, and fifth. And we got a caution already here on lap number 1 of 50. Jarrett Murphy facing the outside wall, sitting sideways in the middle of the backstretch. That's not a good place to be. Let's find out how he got there. Made contact there with the 5 car. That was Sean Powers who made contact with and got spun around in the middle of the backstretch. It's going to put a halt here to our momentum. Jay Place, your race leader. And it is Jimmy Nees, Cole Henriksen, Hunter Parsons, Dixon Slinger, William Hargreaves, Michael Blessing, Joshua Hessen, Dalton DeRosa, and Felix Roy, your top 10. Going to go double file once again to get her started. Here in the feature, just 1 lap in. Like I said, unlike all the heat races and LCQs, the caution laps will not count. So we're going to go green flag only the rest of the way. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Jay Play is trying to hold off Jimmy Nees once again. Into the wall. It wasn't Dixon Slinger. That was Hunter Parsons into the wall. There in 1 and 2. Parsons trying to keep it off the wall there in 3 and 4 as well. Jimmy Nees took a look to the inside for your race lead there. Couldn't make it work down the back stretch. See if things can settle in here a little bit. Top 3. Place, Nees, and Slinger. Here comes Dixon Slinger looking to the outside of Jimmy Nees for that second place spot. Nees kind of pinned him up there behind Jay Place. Here comes Slinger to the inside this time through 1 and 2. Going to slide up in front of Jimmy Nees. Nees going to go to the outside now. Has to check up. Let Slinger pull up ahead of him, and now that opens the door for Michael Blessing. Here comes Blessing to the inside of Jimmy Nees. Nees looking to the inside of Place. Dixon Slinger taps the wall there with his right rear quarter panel. And 1 and 2 able to keep on trucking though. Huge slider from Joshua Hessen coming through from middle of the pack. That puts him up to about the 5th or 6th place position in front of Hunter Parsons. I told you during the B main, Hessen had something figured out. And he's marching his way up. Here he comes. He's in 5th right now, looking to the inside of Blessing for that 4th spot. We'll see if he can make his way up to the top 3. Jay Place trying to set sail here. We make our way around. Take a look back. I thought he finished up on the podium one time this season. Guess not. I think he's won a couple heat races though. Well, don't think he has either, looking at my stats, but I know Jay Place has been up front sometime this season. He may not have finished up there. He's been running up front this year, and he's out front here. So we're a 5th of the way through our feature. He's pulling away from Dixon Slinger by half a second. Slinger then got about almost a full second over Jimmy Nees in third. Blessing in fourth. And Hessen lost the spot as Henriksen able to regain the fifth spot for the time being. Parsons is really having some trouble keeping that car off the wall as he tapped it there. He's back in the 7th place spot, and he hit the wall again in 3 and 4. Felix Roy lurking right behind Parsons as well. Jump back up with your race leader, Jay Place. He might have had some trouble there in 1 and 2 staying off the wall. Got Hannah Roy and David Harden off track, 12 laps down. Cody Shands, Gene Wolf are showing a lap down as well. I mean, there's 20 cars on the racetrack at the moment. Jay Place running that top line, staying just off the fence. And it looks like Dixon Slinger, the gap hasn't really closed, but it looks like he might be trying to close in here on Place. From the eye is telling me something a little bit different than what timing and scoring is telling me, because timing and scoring is telling me that Jay Place is pulling away from Dixon Slinger. But to me, it sure looks like Dixon Slinger is closing the gap slowly on Jay Place. Coming back around this time at the line, the gap 0.583. So he did close from last lap because it was almost at 0.7 of a second when they came across the line. But it's not really closing significantly. I mean, that time it's 0.6 of a second. So Place able to pull out again. Let's go back. Henriksen able to pull himself up into the 3rd spot. There's a good battle going on back here. Hunter Parsons able to get that car moving forward once again in that 6th spot, but he's knocking on the door here of Blessing for the 5th spot. Oh, Hessen into the wall in 3 and 4. Parsons all over Blessing there in 1 and 2. He's going to look to the inside down the backstretch. Looks like he might have the move made here into 3 and 4. Yes, he will. Now he's going to pull a big slider, try to close in on Jimmy Nees. And Parsons is marching up front. Here he comes. He's looking to the inside of Nees now. Going to slide up in 1 and 2. Nees tried to cross him over there and check to the inside, and he made contact with Parsons. And Nees now going to lose the spot to Blessings as well. Henriksen not that far ahead of Hunter Parsons. Right now, it's about 0.8 of a second. We'll see if Parsons can close. Let's go back up front with Jay Place. I'm going to check. Right now, it's showing 19 cars on the racetrack. Looks like Dalton DeRosa's pulled down pit road. Joshua Hessen as well. So Hessen, who had something figured out, looked like he was moving towards the front. Now having trouble, and I was going to check to see who was going to be first in line, because we got to start to encounter lap traffic here sooner rather than later. There is a lapper to the inside here. That is Dalton DeRosa out in front of Jay Place. He must have just came off pit road. We're going to see how Jay Place can navigate around DeRosa here. DeRosa kind of taking Place's line. We'll see if the lapper pulls out of the way, and great job there by DeRosa getting out of the way of the preferred line. Gonna let Place go around. Dixon Slinger had some trouble in 1 and 2 though, trying to go to that top side. He brushed the wall a little bit. We are halfway through our feature. We have made it past the halfway point. Dixon Slinger again tapping the wall there in 1 and 2. We'll check that lead staying consistent just in between half a second and 0.6 of a second. So they've gone around to Rosa now. If Hassan's back on the racetrack, that would be the next car up. And it looks like either Felix Roy or Hunter Parsons has had some bad luck. Hunter Parsons up to the second spot, or the fourth spot, not the second spot. And it was Felix Roy having some issues. Let's go see what happens to the 91 car here. Riding right behind Hunter Parsons. Top 5 run here for Felix Roy. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that is not Felix Roy. Cody Nevin. And I just assumed it was either Felix Roy or Parsons because the number was kind of close to the same color. But it's Nevin who got into the outside wall and just could really never get off of it after hitting it in 1 and 2. And he rolls that car and stops it in the middle of the backstretch, sitting sideways. And that brings out the caution as traffic was coming back around. So that lets us catch our breath. Here as we cross the midway point, I think we went a good 22 or so laps under green. If we could hit that stretch again, that would be great. Because you're going to get them stacked double file once again. Dixon Slinger and Jay Place on the front row. Jay Place will be your control car on the restart as we get ready to go green once again. Parsons and Henriksen up to the second spot off the restart. Now dropping back is here comes Dixon Slinger, and Jay Place going to cross them over as they come to the line. We could see a battle here between Dixon Slinger and Jay Place, and it looks like Slinger going to settle into the second position. Henriksen into the third spot, and it's Hunter Parsons and Felix Roy battling it out for fourth and fifth. Dixon Slinger is on the back door of Jay Place. We'll see if he can make a move. Here comes Slinger to the inside. Gonna slide up in front of Place. Here comes a crossover move by Place out of 4. Jay Place has it by half a car at the line that time. Let's go look at the two teammates back here battling it out. Felix Roy and Hunter Parsons. Looks like Felix Roy has got around Parsons for the time being. We got another caution on the racetrack. Let's go see who it might be. Gene Wolf pulling down pit road. Let's see if he had some issues. Blessing and Knees getting together. Puts Wolf into the outside wall. Looks like Blessing had some trouble as well. That'll bring out your caution. Forgot to mention it the last maybe 2 or so replays we've gone to, but thank you to our replay sponsor, WB Creative Designs. So we'll try this again. We're now inside 20 laps. We made it about 9 laps, I think, 8 or 9, since our last caution. Hopefully we can get in a nice long stretch to finish this feature out. Top two have not changed. Dixon Slinger starting on the outside of row number one. J Place going to be your control car on the restart. Going to have 17 laps to go for the finish here in week number 4. It's only going to get more intense as the green flag comes back in the air. Here we go once again. J Place out to the race lead. Dixon Slinger in second, and Henriksen coming for that third spot. And there's a pileup. There goes, is that Hunter Parsons or Felix Roy? It was Hunter Parsons that got turned around. It all started because Dixon Slinger kind of checked up there in the corner. Let's go see if we can find Hunter Parsons. He got ran over from behind. Slinger's going to slide up here. Or is it Henriksen? Henriksen slings up. Slinger hits him. And then Parsons gets turned and takes out about everyone on the top line, including Lehman. I think Gauntly was the one that hit him from behind. And then you had Christensen, Lehman, Hoekstra, whole bunch of them getting together there on that top line, and just had nowhere to go. You see them all coming down pit road now, getting repairs. I actually think it was Chris Cox was the one that got into Hunter Parsons there and turned him around. Gonna get ready to go. And seems like it's been the case here the last few laps. I said it in my first broadcast that sometimes cautions breed more cautions. Might be the case here, and it looks like we might be going single file now, unless we're going to go another lap around. Nope, single file restart here with 16 to go. Green flag in the air. Here we go. J Place, Dixon, Slinger, the top two once again. Now it's Felix Roy, Henriksen, Wesley Gauntly sneaking his way up here. Gauntly is coming. Felix Roy slider on Henriksen for the third place spot. They're going to go door to door down the front stretch. Henriksen slider on 1 and 2. Here comes Roy back to the inside. Looks like Roy's got it for the time being. Into the third place spot. Slider again there from Henriksen. Gauntly sitting back there in the 5th place spot and just watching all this. There's Jarrett Murphy as well. Dixon Slinger on this last restart has been able to hang right there with J Place. He taps the wall once again in 2. We'll see if that makes him lose a little bit of time. And Place is able to pull away just a little bit. As we come around once again. Lap 38 now in the books, closing in on 10 to go. We're going to keep an eye up front. We're going to keep an eye on the final podium spot as well. Felix Roy has the position. Henriksen wants it. Gauntly and Murphy back there as well. Podium here tonight with the double points would be huge for some of these guys. Back up front, J Place, Dixon Slinger. 10 to go. Slinger, I think, has definitely found something. I just don't know if he's going to be able to make a move here on Place. He's been able to hang with him now since this last restart. We close in on 9 to go now. 51 cars definitely there. It's going to be interesting to see if he can find a way around J Place. And we got a caution on the racetrack. Cody Nevins down pit road. Is he the reason we had a caution? Let's go see. Oakstra right in front of him. Nevin into 1 and 2. Slider into the wall, and that's not going to end up very good. That is why we have a caution. Once again, thanks to WB Creative Designs. So it is Jay Place, Dixon Slinger, Felix Roy, your top 3, Cole Henriksen, Wesley Gauntlet, your top 5, Jarrett Murphy, Sean Powers, Cody Shands, Gene Wolfe, and Hunter Parsons, your top 10. Gonna have 8 laps to go. When we go green once again, single file. Once again, Jay Place. Gonna lead us to the green flag once again. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Let's see if he can seal the deal here to finish it out. And let's look back at the 3rd place position. Felix Roy has it for the time being. Cole Henriksen, Jarrett Murphy, and Wesley Gauntlet all want it. Can they run him down? So we got 7 to go here in week number 4. Madeline, thanks for checking in as always. Up front, Jay Place is feeling the pressure. Dixon Slinger is there. Can he make the move? 51 car has been stronger since the last 2 restarts. He's going to lose some time running that bottom line as they head into 3 and 4. Going to have 5 to go this time by. And now all of a sudden, here comes Felix Roy. He's closed the gap in on the front too. Pulled away from Henriksen and Murphy. Now Roy going to lose a little bit of time. 4 to go this time by. Slinger's still there. He's going to pull a slider here in 3 and 4. Try to close the gap. I think he did a little bit. I mean, he is on the back push bar now of that 16 car. Oh, a little bobble by Place. That lets Slinger draw in even closer with 3 to go. Here comes Slinger. Big slider coming up and through 3 and 4. Somehow keeps it off the wall. Here comes a crossover move by Place. 2 to go. Roy closing in on these 2 doing battle as well. Your 3 podium finishers right now. All in the picture. Dixon Slinger. Going to see the white flag in the air. He's got 1 more lap to try to make a move on Jay Place. He might have to move him out of the way this time. Here comes Slinger. Leaned on him a little bit in 1 and 2. Last corner. Does he have anything for Jay Place? Place protects the slider. He's going to come out of 3 and 4, and he's going to take the Wobbly Arrow Podcast UMP Modified feature presented by SSS. He takes it here on the double points weekend at Eldora. As we hit the halfway point, Dixon Slinger comes across in second. Felix Roy rounds out the podium. We're going to bring these guys up here in just a minute. Cole Henriksen and Jarrett Murphy round out your top 5. Wesley Gauntlet, Sean Powers, Cody Shands, Hunter Parsons, and Tim Christensen round out your top 10. Get them stopped up here by the podium. There's Felix Roy. We'll see. Dixon Slinger comes in as well. Oh, we got to just take a little bit wider camera view. It's going to have to do, I guess. We'll get these guys up here in the booth, starting with our 3rd place finisher, Felix Roy. Felix, do you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Third place finish tonight. How does it feel?
Oh, it's feel good. I started at the back, so it was a pretty fun race, and I'm happy to finish third.
50 laps. Was that good enough? Did you like the distance? Enough time for you to be able to drive through the back and get up here?
Yeah, it was enough. I don't know if I had something for Jay and Dixon because they were pretty fast, but I had enough time, and yeah.
All right, double points here today. How does that feel to be up on the podium, and who would you like to thank?
Oh, it's feel really good, and I would like to thank Ryko Motorsport, uh, my sponsor from Quebec, Case, my new sponsor, Cody Harris, Twitch Cody Harris 23, and that's it.
All right, that's your third place finisher, Felix Roy. We get your second place finisher up here in the booth with us. It'll be Dixon Slinger. Dixon, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, man. Car seemed like it really came on there in the last couple restarts. You were there giving Jay a tough time. What do you think you needed to get around him?
To be honest with you, I didn't really want to get around there. Whenever we gridded up, I tested here a little bit before, and I knew the 11 gallons would make it, but I didn't know by how much, depending on cautions and how long we got green. And honestly, I was kind of hoping for a few more cautions earlier because that would have saved me on fuel, but I didn't push it until probably the lap 30 mark is when I started pushing it. But at the same time, I knew if I pushed it too much, I would run out of fuel. And I had point 0.2 crossing the line. I mean, Jay definitely ran a hell of a race. It was a one group track, wasn't really a lot of passing, and I definitely felt faster. And he even admitted it. If he thought I was a little faster, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it. And I'd rather have a second place finish than to run out of fuel and finish last. So I guess I'll take it.
Absolutely, man. I was wondering about that when we started. 50 laps is quite a few laps here around Eldora. And especially on a night like tonight where points are double, got to be huge to finish here second tonight. How does it feel for you, and who would you like to thank?
It feels great. I really just all I need to do is finish in front of Jarrett. Jarrett was 8 points back, and I knew if I could finish in front of him, I could kind of hold on to that lead. So I did what I came here and accomplished what I was hoping to do. Obviously, hoping to get a win, but Jay definitely ran a hell of a race, and it was fun. So I just gotta thank everyone over at Field Filler Motorsports for all they do. Mike Augustine, Adam Homerning, uh, ShopFergie22.com, ML Performance Shocks, Absolute Wire EDM, and that's about it.
All right, that's your second place finisher here tonight, Dixon Slinger. And we'll get your race winner up here in the booth, Jay Place. Bring him on up. Jay, do you got a copy? Jay, you there?
I got you, buddy.
All right, there you are. All right, man. I think you led, if not every lap, well over majority of the laps here tonight. What made your car so fast? I know Dixon said that, you thought maybe his was faster there towards the end, but what made your car so fast, and how'd you stay up front all night long?
Well, I think we got most of our speed with tire pressures tonight. We were messing with those all night tonight. I think we really found some speed with those in the feature. I did mess with the wheel spacings and got it too loose, and so I think Slinger was able to keep it straighter and get a better run than I could. And I think if he would have got by me, I wouldn't be able to get back to him. So big thanks to him for racing me clean. It was a fun race tonight. Both of us were fast. We put on a show.
Definitely was a show. He mentioned the gas concern a little bit. Was that in your mind at all, especially leading out front, or did you just try to stay out in front of everybody?
I really put no mind to it. When we crossed the flag stand, I got told I had 5 laps of fuel left. I put a little more just for weight. I knew I wouldn't run out. I was just trying to look straight ahead, be patient, be consistent, and try to pull away from Slinger to get the job done tonight.
I know in a couple different series I've seen you, race with us here with the Dirt Kings. You've been up front, but tonight you're able to put it on top of the podium. How does it feel, and who would you like to thank?
You guys for great broadcast, Blake and everybody that helps them put on the league. It's always fun to hop in here. Everybody down at teamvlr.com. Slinger for Race Me Clean once again. Amsoil, Safe Performance, Vanderpool Construction, and that's it. All the fans out there.
All right, and that is your race winner here in week number 4, Jay Place. We will give you the final results here in just a second. Let's get this off the screen. We'll give you the results. As we said, laps go to Jay Place, leading 45 of them. I don't know if that's completely accurate or not, but he takes the win regardless. Coming across in second, Dixon Slinger. Third, Felix Roy. That rounds out your podium. We talked to all 3 of those. Fourth, Cole Henriksen. Fifth, Jarrett Murphy. Sixth, Wesley Gauntly. Seventh, Sean Powers. Eighth, Cody Shands. Ninth, Hunter Parsons. And 10th, Tim Christensen. 11th, Dustin Lehman. 12th, Jimmy Nees. 13th, Corey Mullinax. 14th, William Hargreaves. 15th, Chris Cox. 16th, Dalton DeRosa. 17th, Dan Hoekstra. 18th, Michael Blessing. 19th, Gene Wolf. And 20, Cody Nevin. 21st will go to Joshua Hessen. 22nd, Austin Howell. 23rd, Hannah Roy. And 24th, David Harden. That'll wrap it up here from Eldora. What a night it has been here for the Dirt Kings Racing League. Pretty exciting and action-packed from heat race number 1 to the checkered flag here in the feature. Halfway through their season for the UMP Modifieds. We'll look forward to next Wednesday when they go to Lernerville. But for everyone here at the Dirt Racing Network, all the sponsors associated with the Dirt Kings Racing League or the Dirt Racing Network, we thank you. Thank you to all the racers. Thank you to everyone that tuned in online. For Roger Wagner, I'm Dom Santina. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow for Dirt Slingers Racing League 410 Outlaws. Stay safe